My soccer story. Let's go straight into it. I was born and raised in West Africa, Mali, one of the most beautiful countries in the world by its culture and happiness and joy, and soccer brought a lot of joy into that country. For as long as I can remember, at 5 years old, we played soccer. We go to school, as soon as the bell rings, we get home, we don't even want to eat. Our parents get mad at us, we're on the street. So I grew up playing recreational soccer on the street, and every man for himself. Sometimes you come home crying, sometimes you come home happy, depending on what happened on the field. But we never take it personally, we never told our parents what happened to us, we just man up about it and continue. The beautiful game has changed my life completely. It brought me to you guys too as well. So let's fast forward to the future. Played my whole life, grew up in West Africa playing, and we get to the United States. I wanted to continue playing, and I realized that soccer could bring you places in America. To a point that my mother actually had to drive me 2 hours one way for me to realize my dreams of playing soccer, because I wanted to make it to the bigger league. She sacrificed for me. She's one of the reasons why I'm successful today. We get to high school, and I got opportunity to play for Chicago Fire, which was a team of Illinois. I went to high school in Illinois, and I met this coach, Larry Sanderland. He's actually still coaching around with the U.S. national youth or whatever. So they gave me the opportunity to play for the national team. I was 16 at the time, and I was called up to play with them. And to get there, to realize that, hello, you're not a U.S. citizen, you cannot play for the national team. I was so bummed out. And some of the people who were called up back in the day, if you can look them up, Josie Altidore were one of them. They're big time players, and I was very crushed because of the paper issue, not being a U.S. citizen. I couldn't represent the U.S. national team, and at the time I was still on the visa. Let's fast forward. I get an opportunity to go to college, play Division I level, and I had to earn my scholarship, and I did play at the highest level. And from then on, I got seen by Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City of the MLS. They came to watch another player, and they realized that I was good enough, and they took interest in me and trying to draft me in the draft. And I was so grateful for that. I'm like, University of Massachusetts, that's where I went. They made me have a chance to realize my dream. And when the draft process was happening, Kansas City realized, hell, you're not a U.S. citizen, that's going to be difficult. Especially I'm going to be a rookie. They're going to spend money on a big-time player coming from Europe, and there's a certain limited spot for international roster. So we talked about it. I went to a combine where Kansas City wanted to see more of me, and I met a coach who was there, James Ritchie. Shout out to James Ritchie. And he told Kansas City, you know what, give me Hellah for a year. And I signed a professional contract in Seattle playing for his team. And that team was under Seattle Sounders at the time. And one of the owners was the Seattle Sounder owner. So I played at the professional, I signed a professional contract there in 2013. Back and forth, signing with a professional contract, it made me feel good. I had opportunity to play in China. I didn't want to risk it and leave, and I had opportunity to play for other teams overseas, and it was risky for me to leave the United States at the time. And first of all, I want to say my first debut, I missed my graduation, my first professional debut, I assisted a goal against Vancouver Whitecaps in Canada. I was very proud of it. It made me feel good that I missed my graduation for this game. That's how important the game was to me. After having a successful season my first year in the pros, I got offered to go play in Germany in one of the top leagues that had some U.S. national team players. I was so excited, but again, some other circumstances came my way. I had problem with leaving the United States. You know, it's more deeper than that. I don't want to touch on that subject so much, but just to share what's going on with my life of the game. And after that, Kansas City pulled me back in. I went into preseason with them, and we had all those issues still, and I still didn't want to give up. But I had so many bumps in the road, and I couldn't explain how tough it was to keep fighting because I wanted this goal so much. And fast forward again, I got a chance to play with Harrisburg City Islanders. They were at the USL 2nd Division in the United States professional ranking. I got a chance to play with Oklahoma City Energy, and being in preseason with the pro team was one of the best times of my life. Same with Sporting Kansas City, and they decided to put me with their startup U23s in the beginning, just so I get some game underneath me since it's been a while. And I did very well for myself, even in talks of contract with the coaches. I don't know what happened, but nothing further after that. But it was a great time of my life. And afterward, I keep pursuing my dreams. I even had a chance. There was a new local club team called New England Force. I was signed by them, housed by them, and to a point where we had matches set up against Manchester City coming into the United States for their summer game. And one of the biggest things, actually, I got to play against one of my favorite players of all time, Frank Lampard. That was a blessing in preseason, and it was insane playing against New York City FC that time. So we keep going, and I had so many chances, and I did get to play professionally, which I'm proud to say. But it got to a point where like I realized, you know, I always tell you guys, do not give up on your goals. Don't ever give up. You keep pushing. That's what I did. I never give up on my goals, and it made me who I am today. And you may ask, Hellah, you're one of those people say, always not give up, be consistent, keep going. Right now, I'm glad to tell you that that's not my goal anymore. I lived that time and I had everything out of it. I don't want that anymore. That's why I'm not pursuing it anymore. And I realized that there was a bigger picture behind this. All this stuff that I went through, all the misfortune that was out of my control, I decided to say, you know what, life wanted to take me to a bigger place, and it took me where I'm at right now, and I love every single moment of it. And all the tribulation and trials, it was set for this moment, to make me tough, to make me feel like, you know what, Hellah, you could do anything else you want. And I found another love, which is running. I found another love, which is showing you guys that you can do anything you want in life. I found another love, which to share my life with you guys, to let you know that you can go after your dreams. I still love soccer. It's part of my life, and my due diligence to the world of soccer is to help coach kids be the best they can, maybe play at the professional level, train kids. That's what I do. That's my job. Train HellahGood. My job to inspire you guys. So a little story behind my life. It's not all the detail, just a little touch upon it. If you have any question about it, I'll go into detail with you personally. You can DM me on Instagram, HellahGood9, or comment below on YouTube. I'll go more further detail. But there's so much that happened with it. But I got to play professionally. I got to play against one of the best people in the world. When I went to Kansas City in preseason, Thierry Henry, all those people, could you imagine? I'm so blessed, and I want to share this live with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Let's go.